Hello and welcome to week 6, day 1, as we're getting into the draft of our first game of the 29th Troll Kings versus the Free Agents, Secret Agents team. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna roll into this. I am Staff Sergeant Porter, also known as Sejuani's Flail, and I'm joined here.
I am Staff Sergeant Washington, also known as Logan Silvers. Additionally, we have.
Staff Sergeant Ridgway, aka Tony Tallboy.
All right, looking at it right now, I'm really liking the Cassiopeia and Irelia bands from the Troll Kings. What do you guys think? Hello?
The Nocturne and Silas coming out, as well as a Shaco as well. Seemed like there are some pretty specific people we're trying to ban out here.
Honestly, a few of these bands are going a little backwards for me. I'm really confused why the Troll Kings are banning out their own Irelia and Cassio. Um, and then yeah, we're just focusing from the free agents. We're focusing two bans onto the mid lane and getting rid of the Nocturne. It seems like nobody really wants to play against Nocturne in this league. Not really sure if Sketch plays it, but just getting it out of there anyway. And we're gonna start with a blind Garen pick.
Maybe this is the Troll Kings, because I just realized that. I was like, ah, yes, they've banned out those champions. And I was like, wait a minute. Maybe this is them saying, like, ha, we don't need those champions. We can still win.
Yeah, could be a bit of a some disrespect bans going on. Um, I am interested that they didn't lock in the Kane for the Troll Kings, considering that is a champion that we've seen sketched on a lot. So Jabberwocky will take it, and we'll also be locking in Smolder on the side of the Secret Agents. It is interesting that the only champion that Secret Agents seem to respect from Troll Kings seem to respect from the Secret Agents is the Shaco support, which Downtown has brought out quite a few times.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
We see, yeah, Carthage Jungle. We see another Kane being picked, as well as Smolder. Um, I think those are two champions that have done pretty well within the league. Even with the respective team that they're on losing, it's still done pretty well.
Oh, I'd be. Oh my God, the Draven Lock-in. Hold on, let me check these lineups that we're about to play with. Going to the chat real quick. So we'll just knock it out of the way now while we're talking about the draft. But for this game one, we have on the side of the 29th Troll Kings, we have Senior Airman Cornmuller as #1 Creed fan in the top lane, Staff Sergeant Anastasia as Sketch in the jungle, Staff Sergeant Walton as Braxy in the mid lane, Senior Airman Tran as the Asian on AD carry, and Senior Airman Zabal as DZ Dios on support. I will interject real quick and say we have not seen the Asian on any of these like hyper aggressive 80 carry picks. So seeing the Draven get locked in, I know he plays Nyla. Seeing the Draven get locked in is a very ballsy play. And we're also seeing that Peachy Myra is going to get her Nasus main. So we'll see if we
Ooh,
get some no mana Myra in the top lane.
oh man, you know what? We gotta get that. We gotta get our stack counter going.
And the amount of disrespect going on in these bands, we now have the Teemo band coming out from the Troll Kings. I think the only way it gets better here is if you ban something like Ivern. Um, but yeah, on the side of the Secret Agents, we do have Senior Airman Fig as Peachy Myra in the top lane, Staff Sergeant Alvi as Jabberwocky in the jungle, Staff Sergeant McBride as Meows and Pals in the mid lane, Senior Airman Soltz as Frozen Bullet on AD carry, and Staff Sergeant Brown as Downtown on support. So that we're gonna round out the bans by getting rid of the Zoe from the side of the Troll Kings and responding with Kiana. It's gonna be Malzahar first pick in response, getting Malz and Pals on one of his main champions, and looks like potentially the Hui to counter it. I'm not exactly sure how that matchup works for either of those champions. I don't know who it favors, but Hui a good champion overall. So I'd be interested to see how Braxy performs on it, considering he's usually used to the Silas, Diana, the champions that kind of just get to go in and burst people.
Was that Zoe ban Braxy saying that he can play more than just 3 champs, banning himself out and letting me Malz and Pals take Malzahar?
I don't
Is that just like
I don't know.
more disrespect?
It's just banning your champion and then saying, yeah, pick your main. We'll give you your best chance of winning this game. But the Blitzcrank, I know the Blitzcrank was a talk for DZ Dios to bring into the support role. And so we just have Hook Champ v Hook Champ downtown on his Thresh. That is a champion that he does play a decent amount. So I will be extremely interested in seeing how this hyper aggressive bot lane of Draven Blitzcrank does, if they'll find success, or if the secret agents will just get to scale freely into this game.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the picks here, like each team has somebody where it's like, oh, that man must be stopped, right? And so it really just comes down to, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to call it, it's going to come down to a fight, but this time I think it's going to be a dragon fight instead of a baron fight.
Yeah,
Thoughts from anybody else?
I'm really just confused. They let the secret agents get 4 main champions for them, and Smolder, which is probably one of the strongest AD carries right now. And it just seems like the Troll Kings are just going for like a whole hog approach, where they just want to go ham and hope it's going to pan out. So I'll be really interested. It is still the best team in the league, hands down. But the free agents were very close to beating them the last time that they faced off. So we'll have to see if they can get their redemption run in this grudge match tonight.
I wonder if there was like a gentleman's handshake, right? Where they were like, all right,
we'll ban our own mains if you don't ban our mains, and you let us pick your mains. And
yeah, that's what I think it was. Like, maybe there was a gentleman's handshake. They're like, this is the last game. We're going to go against each other before the playoffs. Troll Kings are like, we solidified our lead.
I think the Troll Kings are also at the point where they realize that they have 3 games left and they only need to win 1 more to lock in first seed. So maybe they're not really sweating it because I think the other games that are remaining are, I know one is the 501st, and then I think the other is either the Hawks or
the Hawks. It is us.
Team.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
They will. The last game of the season is the Hawks versus the Troll Kings.
So all we know is if we see real bans in either of those matches, that we know who they truly are afraid of. But yeah, I unless you guys have anything else to comment before
no, I think everything is pretty good now. Do you have anything to add, Tony?
Only that a win here for the free agents would put them a little bit closer towards that that 3rd place spot. So I'm just interested to see how this this matchup goes down with the alleged gentleman's handshake and the picks that were able to come out. So we'll definitely see some interesting storyline related outcomes here.
Indeed, yeah. Indeed.
We're going to drop a GLHF in the chat. We're going to get rolled into this game really soon. We're going to hope Myra learns to recall when she's out of mana. And we're going to be back with you guys in just a couple minutes. So until then. Cool. Here we go, getting into game 1. Troll Kings versus Secret Agents. This is definitely going to be, honestly, the rest of the games for this weekend, the first half of next week, are going to be nail biters of games. And it looks like we're going to start this one off spicy, as one Hook team is going to stack in a bush while the other team is looking for an invade. They did use the sweeper early, but do not scout out this ward that they're standing on. So all of the secret agents know exactly what's going on and are ready to respond here. There is a Thresh available. He does have the death sentence hooked, leveled up. They're going to walk into the tri-brush. We're going to have to see if there's going to be any more tomfoolery.
Little shenanigans happening.
Little Cold War action.
Oh man. Yeah, just looks like there's just going to be the posturing. The Troll Kings are still here. They're not on the board now. They're going to land the pull onto Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky going to Q in, immediately flash out with the Ignite dropped onto him. Now they're switching onto DZ Dios. Peachy Myra has not recalled. She does have teleport to be able to get to the top lane. They do scout out that ward, and that will be a flash out from DZ Dios.
That was incredible. That was a lot of shenanigans happening for sure.
Oh no, Peachy Myra walking to the top lane, does not want to use her teleport here. Jabberwocky getting pulled again, just getting messed with, but does have the E to heal up and just stay onto the Gromp. Not too worried about it, just getting a little, let's say, bothered. Old bother.
Old bother.
Downtown looking for a hook here, does land the death sentence, but that's level 2, and there's only one level 2 champion for the secret agents. Frozen Bullet must have missed an XP walking up to the lane. And things were all quiet on the Summoner's Rift.
Which is, you know, kind of interesting. I was expecting a little bit more aggression, especially compared to what was happening in the jungle. Ooh, barely missing hooks on both ends.
Yeah, both of the hooks.
Peachy Myra.
Oh, she does get ignited. The silence getting dropped. Could get dove here. Does need to be very careful. Does have wither available. Going to just get silenced up and did not think that she was going to die there, I assume. Drop the wither, but will also drop the first blood into #1 Creed fan's pocket.
And that's, you know, that's not going to be good. The #1 Creed fan's just going to use that to really bully. Oh, but
Jabberwocky here for the return kill. There was a teleport back from Peachy Myra. She did drop the wither down. I don't know if there's going to be able to do anything here. He does still have flash on the Garen, and that does look like #1 Creed fan will escape without even having to use his flash.
Holding that flash is incredible there. The Nasus into the Garen as a Nasus player. Not good. Not a good look.
Definitely
but,
not good.
No, and especially on Creed, but that is a very common pick for Peachy Myra. So if that's what they're comfortable on, you know, play the champ that's fun. That's what I was always told.
Well, even starting out, like, Nasus is one of those champions that can really play behind. And we've seen Peachy Myra.
Very true.
Interesting things with Nasus. So it really just comes down to what kind of game does Peachy want to play? And then Creed's got to ask himself, hey, what do I need to do to make it in my favor still?
So we are seeing the junglers finish another round of their first full clear. Jabberwocky back in the top lane after taking some crabs. Karthus looking for a flank opportunity. He will be getting just behind the bot lane. The hook does not land, the rocket grab, that is, but the death sentence does connect. There will be a flay towards the tower, not going to get him into the tower range, going to get Damation a little low, and they will just walk out.
The gank from the 29th coming a little bit late, so doesn't look like a lot of action down there.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, like, you know, Sketch is one of those junglers who's used to kills just kind of walking into his pockets. So when he actually has to use his brain and gank effectively, not always the best plan.
That's
That
what's
seems like
great
a
about.
personal attack.
No, that's
No,
what's great
no,
about
no.
Karthus.
There are
is
never
that-
personal attacks in this league, and I definitely do not receive the brunt of it, and am now finally getting an opportunity to deal it back.
Would you like to talk?
You know, I actually have a lot of resources that I can, provide to you if need be.
Do you know a first sergeant?
I know a couple. Do you?
I know a few.
At least one.
At least one?
At least.
You sure?
At least.
But, yeah,
You know what's great about Karthus though? Brain off is perfectly fine as we see Creed fan.
Will
And
be Flash coming out from #1 Creed fan does drop the ignite into the Demacian Justice. Let's go,
Garen,
Garen
as
Creed fan.
a top main, Garen hitting 6 is the scariest thing that can happen in the
it was
game.
terrifying.
And it
is
never
terrifying.
goes away. It never goes
You
away.
remember old? You remember old Garen getting old and seeing that symbol above your head, and you're like, oh, it's me.
Oh, the Juggernaut Garen. Yeah.
Yes,
I am
old
the
Juggernaut
villain.
Garen. Yes.
Jabberwocky going on to these Rift Grubs is not getting spotted, is going to get all three. This is Flash, ult coming out from these Mouse and Pals, going with the Nether Grasp, has the space you-know-what's on him. That will be Phase Rush coming out from #1 Creep fan, but Flash Q from Kane will be the shutdown. Huge. That is a
Huge.
kill and a
Very good,
half
very
fold
good.
in return to Kane, practically neutralizing the 2 kills that Garen had to get a gold lead for the Troll Kings in the first place.
Now I'm curious to see, is Jabberwocky going to do Blue Kane with the double gank top, well, the triple gank top, really, putting him closer to Red Kane than Blue.
I honestly, with the team comp that they have, they could benefit from having damage of Blue Kane. Another Death Sentence connecting. This time it will be the Flay going in. That is Exhaust going to connect, and the Rocket Grab as well. Barrier coming out from Frozen Bullet, but this should just be a free kill for him, and now they're going to get some damage onto DZ Dios, but Sketch walking back in. Does not have the Rocket Grab available yet. 4 more seconds. That will be a flash knockup, and just Downtown trying to peel as much as he can for his AD carry. Walking towards the Tri-Brush, not able to do much. The Flash, just Spiraling Despair, does not connect, but the rest of the abilities will, and that will be a kill for Braxy onto Frozen Bullet right there. Now they're trying to get some damage onto Downtown, and that will be the execution onto Downtown when the Death Sentence hits.
Speechless.
Speechless, honestly. Like,
That was.
I
Whoa.
was honestly
Hang on.
speechless.
We're
I
not
didn't
done.
expect Thresh to die there. I expected that Death Sentence to get to pull him into tower and Sketch be in trouble next. But yeah, just a lot of damage layering right there with the Way along with the Karthus
Yeah,
Q. Just
the roll
did
from
a
Braxy was
300.
the roll from Braxy was really well timed right there.
Yeah, I don't think that would have gone as well for them if he didn't roam there. And oh my god, Demacian Justice is already doing 400 damage. This is not going to be good
It's not
for
good. No,
Chimera.
it is not good for Peachy Myro.
Hey,
Peachy Myro's gonna make a
Chimera.
decision. Do I go for something that's tankier?
But you know what? I
or-
actually have a piece of positive feedback for Pichimara. At least this way, she is not staying in lane with 0 mana. Yes.
You know, silver lining.
Let us find the silver lining.
Is that a silver lining when she's not in lane because she has 0 health?
Because she's on a gray screen, we don't pay attention to that part.
Okay, all right.
No, we don't.
if
We
we-
don't. Not
if we
here. Not in this
press-
game. Not in this
If we
league.
press O, then we cannot see her mistakes.
All right, perfect.
Oh,
go.
Where'd it go? Oh my god.
It looks like Pichimara is going to trade with me Mouse and Pals to the mid lane, maybe have the shorter lane, but the lane bully of this aggressive poke mid laner. So going to be an option for her to survive a little bit more against a less aggressive champion, but ultimately going to have to find a way to not get poked out. She did already invest in some armor, so now she's going to
We
need some
might
magic
see a
resist to stay in
gank
this
coming
lane.
from Kane.
Yeah, the Spiraling Despair is about to come up. We're going to have to see if he can survive long enough for it. He does drop it onto Pichimara, but the Fury of the Sands was just too much HP and damage amp for Myra here. Now Requiem coming out. That will be Jabberwocky going down, not able to do much about it.
And we see Garen coming down. Is he going to get Peachy Myra here? It looks like it.
Yep, definitely looking for it. If he gets this, oh, that's the silence. That's the ignite. That's the Demacian Justice. No, he doesn't even need it. He didn't even have it yet. Oh my gosh. Hornmuller is, I mean, sorry, number one Creed fan is just a menace.
He's a bully.
You love to hate him and you hate to love him.
And boy, do I hate to love him, but love him I do.
Yeah. And we
Seeing
see that
4-1 just tower dive. It's just
Frozen Bullet
crazy.
does get pulled in by this rocket grab, going to drop the ignite onto him, but the Asian getting damaged up in the trade. Mom coming out for some healing and some damage. Now Sketch going for the tower dive, will die to the tower. That kill also is going to go to Smolder. 2 kills for Smolder. And I don't know, these fights in the bot lane are not going for the side of the Troll Kings like they would want. The only true lead in this game is in the top jungle duo, but the jungler is just giving away his lead into the bot lane. Gave a big shutdown, 500 gold to the bot laner. And Jabberwocky has secured 6 Void Grubs for his team. So, I would probably chalk this up, despite the slight gold lead in favor of Troll Kings. I would put the advantage towards the Secret Agents right now.
I think the Secret Agents are playing the smart game, right? They're trying to minimize the damage that each of those champs can do. With Garen being, with Creed Fan being mid lane, he's basically got a reset going against the tower again, because it's sitting at 5 stacks. So they're trying to keep the lanes going.
I'm seeing a bit of a battle between, like, trying to control the flow of the game.
DZ Dios just had his wrist broken. Oh my gosh. And Peachy Myra stood there and said, DZ, I don't care that you broke your elbow. They are looking for downtown here. Another rocket grab that's not going to connect. This, Blitzcrank is definitely showing a performance. We will not specify. The Asian getting in trouble, going to get the death sentence, and the teleport coming out from me, Miles and Pals. Tway trying to do something, will not be able to stop it, just getting some damage down. And now, Sketch is going to go down. We'll drop the Requiem at the end of the passive, but now they have to find a way to kill this Garen right here. Demacian Justice goes down, and that will be only a 3-for-1 in favor of the Secret Agents. That ties up the game now, and that gives the opportunity for the Secret Agents to get this dragon. There's there is a teleport. Oh, I don't want to speak too soon. There's a teleport coming out from Hui. He is going to rush his way back here. Rolling Death coming here. They're looking for some damage. Mom coming out. No, he has secure the dragon. The Blitzcrank auto attack passive from the static shield. No, it wasn't even that. I don't even know. He killed it. Who cares anymore? Now we're fearing Peachy Myra away, and Braxy's going to get to live. That was a steal coming out from the Blitzcrank.
There was a lot of hesitation happening there in the jungle. Can we get back a replay there? Too far? All right. There was a lot of hesitation happening there right before the team shows up. Peachy Myra kind of walking back and forth. I guess they were trying to figure out if they wanted to pull the dragon out or not. But that gave Braxy enough time to TP in and really just like disrupt their whole team placement.
Yeah, it gave time for the Troll Kings to be able to respawn and get back on the map, teleport up in the mid lane, able to get back there. But ultimately, they didn't even need to invest any of those resources, because apparently DZ Dios is the best jungler in the game right now. Jabberwocky actually coming bot. We do have the Blue King coming out, and the Umbral Trespass going to be the execute, and now he's going to go on a farming path. Braxy right here does get spotted out on a ward, going to get a little bit of damage passed on him, but ultimately he does not care. That is gold in his pocket. Braxy now caught out between Peachy Myra and Jabberwocky. Rocket grab will connect, and damage is going, or the abilities are going to miss on the Jabberwocky. Braxy trying to run away with the extra move speed, but the ghost comes out, and that is a siphoning strike for Peachy Myra. The Nethergrass does come down, holds Corn under tower, Minister Creed fan, and he's going to get that kill and get out with the skin of his teeth.
Fantastic idea there for Meows and Pels, but Corn is just a little too fed on Garen.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
is that is a champion that is in League of
The
Legends.
champion.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think towers do enough damage.
I think towers should do more damage to certain champions. Like these FU
Like Garen.
champions like Garen. Yeah, let's make towers do twice as much damage to them.
Like melee champions just already are tanky, right? Especially with the changes that they've made to the game.
Look,
So,
I'll
you know,
own up
just a
to it.
little-
As a Sedge
little
player,
tick.
I think they should do extra damage to most tanks.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
as
it's
a
fair for
Sedge-
me to go under tower and tank 8 tower shots and then still come out with half HP.
As a Sedge, Mundo, and Mordekaiser and Garrett and Darius player,
Walking,
towers are
getting
doing enough damage.
exhausted, going to go into the Umbral Trespass to be able to wait this out. Does get the smite onto the red buff and the finishing of the kill onto Karthus. Requiem comes out and the ultimate from Hui, which is called Spiraling Despair, comes out to execute Peachy Myra with the Requiem. But Jabberwocky will get to live, and you know what? He is strong, so we'll let
It's
that
hard
happen.
to tell who's really coming out on top in these fights because while one side will win, another side is like, oh, you know, just doing damage to these towers now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and if you saw the replay right there, the Troll Kings just walked in with no vision. They really don't have a lot of respect for the secret agents here. So when the secret agents respond to these plays, it really gives them a chance to turn them around. The box coming out onto the Asian along with the exhaust, not able to finish him off. Jabberwocky is here, going to get the W slow with the damage onto Braxy after the death sentence, but not able to do much more after that. Does not have Umbral Trespass available. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald getting dropped in the mid lane, used to take the outer turret. Pichimara trying to find an opportunity to survive this, but Garen just going to chase her down with that phase rush. And now the secret agents don't really have the HP to fully commit here. Jabberwocky is positioning for it. Might go down to number 1 Creed fan right there. The silence going out and the Demacia Justice onto Smolder. Smolder will get taken out, not able to finish off. Sketch right here, going to look for an opportunity though. I know Jabberwocky and he's definitely looking for it. He didn't get the Umbral Trespass. I don't know if he got silence right there, but that will be a overall 3 for 1 in the mid lane.
that is incredible. That is like, well, that right there gave the Troll Kings a little bit more push, right? They took a tower or two, and that blocked away, which shut down gold towards Creed Fan, which basically puts Garen in boss fight mode.
But
Right,
that
he
does
is
mean
now
a
the
nice
boss
chunk. That does mean a good chunk of gold for whoever gets to pin him down.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
If they can pin him down.
I would say if you're the free agents right now, you need your Malzahar just stacking with y'all. So that way when Garen is in these fights, unless he gets a QSS, you can lock him down with that Nether Grasp and actually have the damage amplification to have a chance to take him down.
What I really feel bad for, though, is I can see Peachy's trying to build something some semblance of a tank item. But having switched and already started building against Hui, only for Hui to go back top, I don't know. Like, the failure to commit to an item really is hurting Peachy Myra.
Second dragon going down 19 minutes into the game. Better late than never. The Inferno will now blaze. And we will now have the little cinder embers or whatever they're called. The feathers? I don't know. The Drake feathers around the map?
I think they're Cinder Scales. I'm almost certain they're Cinder Scales.
Little red. These things. Pick them up, you get a little burst of move speed, and then they stack up and give you ability haste over time.
Yeah, let me see what those are called. They are called Infernal Cinders.
I like calling them the Rift Feathers. We'll just call them that. It is Summoner's Rift.
Oh
Okay.
Going
no!
for the kill here.
Yeah, Spiraling Despair will come out, just getting dropped cold onto Pichimara. A lot of damage coming out, but Fury of the Sands will come out to heal her up, give her a little bit more max HP to survive there. And Pichimara's just going to walk out and go for this pink ward. +6.
checking out the stacks on Peachy.
Oh, Smolder gonna have to
We're
be careful.
sitting at
Rocket
around
Grab is available.
240.
Braxton going to flash to get a fear onto Peachy Myra. Not able to do much more. Siphoning Strike will come out into the blast zone to get her out to safety. And Smolder will be able to live there. Requiem comes out, but I don't know if it'll be enough damage. There is a little bit of a burn, but Myra does make it to the base. Braxy now in the jungle with Sketch. DZ Dios coming here. They're going to claim this blue buff for themselves, for their entire team now. Jabberwocky actually looking here, seeing if he can test it, but not able to. Dodging the rocket grab just by a hair, and going to have to get out of here while he waits for his team to come defend this turret.
Is it going to turn into a fight? Maybe.
Oh, pull comes out, but the Umbral Trespass going to get dropped onto the Sketch. There is exhaust available. Does drop the exhaust onto Jabberwocky. Mom coming out from the back lines. Not able to do much more. Peachy Myra just trying to do anything for her team, but going to go extremely low with the Ignite. Now, number one Creed fan trying to do anything. Does drop the Silence onto Downtown, but not able to do much more. To Asian on the side, not fighting, but surviving.
Really, this comes down to where, where does Creed need to be to win the 29th this game right now?
DZ Dios looking for an opportunity. Does not hit the rocket grab onto Smolder, but instead Downtown. That will be not much more coming out. Sketch lives with this with just a sliver. So does number one Creed fan, and Braxy coming out at half HP. The Troll Kings will get to live here and keep their reign of the Rift. And they're just going to take a reset and now look for the Baron, it looks like.
And see, this is where I was saying earlier, like, I was really hoping to see the Red Cane, because realistically, they just need lockdown. A lot of what's saving them is their mobility.
Oh, does grab the Lantern, but the Ignite is not enough to take him out with the Demacian Justice. Holy save of all saves. Downtown with the assist. That is a true support. Through and through.
Indeed it is. But as I was saying earlier, like, really comes down to is they needed some more lockdown. Their teams are too fast on the Troll King side.
DC Dios and number one Creed fan going on a Peachy Myra here. She does have Fury of the Sands, not able to do much more out of here. She doesn't have Flash. She's just trying to run away, but there's no team near her for the assist. Rocket Grab will be up again soon. Going to pull her back in, and that will be the kill going to number one Creed fan, who is now dominating on the Rift.
Yeah, I'll bring it back up again. It's the, everyone else is sitting at 2 items, and Peachy Myra is still sitting at half items for, it looks like 1, 2, 3 separate builds.
Yep. And Braxy doing what he does worse, split pushing. Wouldn't be a Troll King game if Braxy isn't just mindlessly split pushing on a mage. Rocket Grab did get used, so Smolder has a little bit of freedom.
Split push is their only source of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. They did get a tower. Now it's 5 towers to 1. These Rift Grubs have not really gotten put to use. Every time Peachy Myra tries to split, she just gets taken out. Meanwhile, DZ Dios will flash in, get the static field going off, miss the rocket grab, and now they're just giving some stacks to Smolder. Smolder sitting at 169 stacks right now. Meanwhile, the rest of Troll Kings looking to just keep chasing. Another rocket grab not in range to connect. Sketch just going to walk in here and walk his team back out. Jabberwocky now showing in the mid lane, so the Troll Kings do need to be careful. Ultimates are available for everyone except for the Blitzcrank, but that'll be up soon. And the Dragon is now back on the map after the last one was taken. So it looks like Troll Kings are just going to use their lead, say, hey, we got a big one that we're going to put down on the table, and this is our Dragon to take, and then we'll do what we want with this game.
Sedge, you mentioned that... No, go ahead, please.
No, you please.
Sedge mentioned that... I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time to talk here. We're about to get into another fight.
Yeah, we're going to have to be careful for the rocket grab. Frozen Bullet does flash the rocket grab, but the Requiem's coming out and the Demacian Justice. That will be enough damage to take out Frozen Bullet right there. Downtown going to have to flash away. Does land a death sentence on number one Creed fan, but he's just going to become the target next. The move speed coming out. The Flay does push him back, but the Flea comes down. Not enough damage. Death sentence not in range. And the Whirling Death now with the Collector. Oh, gosh. You just hate to see it.
Oh,
Good job,
and
Draven.
Creed fan looks like he's like, nope, not another tower coming after Pichimara.
Ishimara may be looking for this objective bounty. I don't even know if it counts as an objective bounty for them right now. Does not
doesn't.
look like it, so that's just regular damage. There's an Ignite coming out. Oh no, she tried to teleport out. It was such a good plan, but he just is too far ahead. Oh man.
No more
Not
agreement.
number
Sitting at
one
level
Creed
15,
fan.
a level higher than most of the team. 5 levels ahead of downtown, which is
Yeah, unfortunately, some of our tools aren't exactly working right this second, but so we can't see the exact level differences, but yeah, definitely huge level
when
difference
they
coming
are
out from number one Creed fan right here, leading in levels against everyone on the free agents by a level. And
Pichimara
his
is
name
3
up
levels
there,
behind.
3.
Yeah.
So
This
Hex
is not
Slash
looking
coming
good.
out from DC Dios does not land the rocket grab, but that will be Smolder going down to number one Creed fan, and the Nethergrass going to get dropped on them with the Umbral Trespass. That's 1,000 gold going on to Jabberwocky right there. He does flash out. He's going to get an opportunity to live here. There's no Requiem available, and now they're switching on to Sketch. They do drop the space, you know what's on him, and that will be Downtown going down as a trade. Now DZ Dios getting chased a little, but the move speed from the Infernal Cinders does look like he's going to get him out of here.
Pichi, don't do it. It's a bait.
Toying with his food. I mean, there's nobody here. That is the Wither coming out, looking for an opportunity here. That's one Siphoning Strike. Give me one more. Can I get it? Oh, that's 300 gold. Plus 12, or maybe plus 24? I don't remember. Who knows anymore? Jabberwocky looking for Braxy right here. The ult does miss. The fear does miss. The silence does miss. And Braxy's going to go down anyway. Who needs that abilities
like
when you're
a
fed?
Baron fight for them if Garen can stay away. I mean, yeah, stay away from them. Let's see here.
Sketch is only just respawning now. He will throw out the
Oh,
Requiem, trying to get the team low. Pichimara going to get a little low. No Fury of the Sands available. That is the Whirling Death coming out. We need someone to tank this Baron so it doesn't go down or take people down. Number one Creed fan flashing in, going on to 3, going to get them extremely low. Draven executing the Malzahar, and that will be Creed fan taking out 2. Baron does go to free or secret agents, but now Garen is on the hunt looking for some more prey. Did see him just take out that ward to Asian. Now looking over here. No Umbral Trespass is available, but Sketch is chasing him as well. No exhaust for the side of Sketch.
I don't think
they're
Jabberwocky
going to
knows you
have
can
to
TP
now
in the wall.
try to defend their top turret. The turret's going to go down so fast like it's butter. Number one Creed fan, full damage on this Garen right now. Just straight damage and bruiser.
Mathematically correct.
Jabberwocky going to miss his slow. Doesn't really matter. Creed fan stood still. It does not seem like he's afraid. There's some really strong champions on the side of free agents, but they're not really able to do much in these team fights because of this Garen. That will be Downtown going down to the Demacian Justice. They do take down Sketch, but not able to do much more. The fear coming out from Braxy along with the Spiraling Despair, and that will finish him as well, or Jabberwocky as well. Pichimara dropping the Fury of the Sands, going to stay alive here. Now looking onto Braxy, does get fleed away. And that will just be a 2-for-1 trade, and 2 inhibs open, 1 taken down.
I am glad to see Pichimaro with 2 items now fully completed.
It's been a rough game for her.
Yeah, it's been a rough game. And I've been where she is, right? Like, it's hard because in your mind, you're like, I need this, I need that, I need this. But, like, sometimes you just have to, like, forsake what you think you need for the sake of just completing the item. Because a lot of the times those items will have some champion out in the interim.
We're gonna get ready for the 4th dragon that's spawning right here. This phase rush is just absolutely insane. Going to take down Creed fan, and now Frozen Bullets looking for trouble. He does have his ability stacked up all the way on the Q, does have the true damage available, and the executes now also available. Garen does go down, that's shut down. 850 gold to Smolder right there. The dragon is still available. Umbral Trespass onto Sketch. There is exhaust available. but that will get dropped onto Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky getting extremely low, will go down to Sketch right there, and now the Requiem coming out, going to get people down to about half HP. They do have to be careful for the passive a little bit. The Troll Kings could steal this. Whirling Death is on its way. Downtown is going to not get hit by it. DZ Dios trying to be a threat. Does land the rocket grab, but there's no mana for Braxy. He's not able to follow up with any abilities. Peachy Myra did have to teleport to the base to try to defend, and now Braxy's going to go down. The dragon is available, but Draven is coming out from the side. That's now a death sentence onto DZ Diaz. Going to get onto him as well. Into the dragon. Draven does not steal it to Asian. Very sad. And that will be them denying the Infernal Soul and getting quite a few shutdowns for themselves. Closing the gold gap down now to 5K.
All right, so going through the stack count, we have 393 on Pichimara with the playing Nasus. Frozen Bullet on Smolder is at 250 solid for Dragon. Wait, let me make sure I read that right. Yep, 250 solid for Dragon Training. And just for those of you who are Thresh mains, 65 for the Thresh.
Hey, we got 3 on Nasus is a little worrying to me. That's 30 minutes. She should have a lot more. Probably closer to 500.
She is definitely living the frontline role this game. Less of a bruiser, more of a tank. I would say she's here to provide some utility and just soak up some damage for her team.
You know what I'm happy about, though, is that DeAsian, you know, Sedge mentioned earlier that we don't see him much on those high threat like Dravens, but he's made it back from 0-4 to now 4-5 with full items built.
Yeah, DZ Dios getting a little bit of a catch on Jabberwocky right here, but the team is nearby. That will be the W coming out from Sketch. Not able to do much more. Lantern going to come out, save Jabberwocky there, and just going to be a clean get out. Honestly, with this Bane, I don't think you really care about using your ult like that. It's just short cooldown. Oh, number one Creed fan chasing on a Me Mouse and Palace, going to drop the Spacey and get them. Oh no, that is just so awful. The Nethergrass does go down. They're not gonna. Oh, lock it doesn't save him. It does. Oh my gosh. He Nethergrassed him with the Garen E going off. Still took the Garen E damage. Doesn't die to the Demacian Justice. Drops the fade away Dubstop Ignite. Doesn't kill him. Gets the level up. Then almost dies to the Ignite and gets saved by the Locket from Downtown. Downtown is playing out of his mind this game.
Honestly, I would give Downtown MVP for this game. There have been some plays where it's come down to a very clever hook or lantern.
Oh my
very
god,
nice.
Jabberwocky going in, going to take down the Asian extremely easily, but not going to be able to finish DZ Dios as well. He did think he probably had enough damage, tried to shoot his W towards Sketch and didn't finish off the Blitzcrank right there, but that will be overall 2 for 1. Requiem did come out in the middle of that fight. This Karthus damage is getting rather crazy.
Yes, but as it's getting crazy, Smolder's damage is getting much, much more higher.
Yeah, I think the later this game goes now, assuming Downtown can keep putting in God's work as he has been, the later this game goes, the scarier Smolder's going to be. And he's like only half damage right now. He has 3 damage items. I guess he's going into a 4th. He just built Kanik Rookern, and just to have like that passive magic damage shield for the Karthus ults, hopefully. And now he's just gotta stay alive. As long as he stays alive or his team can peel for him, he is just gonna be able to shred people with true damage and potential executes.
Exactly, and if Peachy can make it to 600 stacks.
Flash silence coming out from Frozen Bullet there. There was no QSS available, but that will be Nethergrasp onto number one Creep Fan. He's going to get taken down, or actually Smolder getting taken down. The return kill from Jabberwocky onto number one Creep Fan right there. DeAsian going to burn to death from the Malzahar. Requiem coming out, not able to do much there. The stopwatch saves Me Mouse and Pals, and he does dodge the Q. Fear coming out to push Pichimara away. Walks back in to die right there. Downtown just trying to finish off the kill. Oh my god, he can't do anything. Malzahar gets taken down as well. Mouse and Pals. No, one more auto does get him with the red buff burn. Holy cow, Downtown is winning this team fight for his team. And that is just going to be 20 cinders into his pocket. The battle of the supports is all that was left, and now it again is all quiet on the Summoner's Rift.
The supports.
I really wish the supports battled it out there at the end. I think DZ kind of knew that he didn't have the sustained damage that Thresh gets with his auto attacks and the red buff, so probably smart from him. But now another chance for Dragon Soul to be taken. Downtown has not actually recalled yet, which could be a little problematic with limited wards available. Only one left. Going to potentially look for the recall angle now, but maybe he feels like he needs to stay because the dragon is available. The rest of the Troll Kings are walking here. Jabberwocky just walking straight up to the dragon. There's nothing here. Nether Grasps could be available. The Malzahar has teleported in, loses his passive immediately. No rocket grab going to connect. Hwei just trying to get trade damage for those extremely long range poke as much as possible. Top lane is pushing. Jabberwocky does dodge that ability. That could do a ton. Rocket grab going on to Smolder, not able to do much. That will be the Spiraling Despair coming out, going to finish off Smolder with the Whirling Death. And now Draven's going down. Jabberwocky not able to do much more here. He is in the middle of 4. That will be a 2-for-1 overall. But Pichimara is now pushing onto the mid lane, so the Troll Kings have to choose. Are they going to defend people? Are they going to defend their towers? Or are they going to go for this dragon? It looks like they're going to send 3 for the dragon. Now going only Braxy mid. Does drop the Wither onto him. I think Pichimara might have been able to finish that off, but it looks they are pinging the Baron. They're going to look at it. Braxy not with a lot of HP. No Spiraling Despair available for 5 more seconds. That is an insanely low cooldown. Okay, this game is fair and balanced, and that will be the Infernal Soul for the Troll Kings right here. Phase Rush coming out onto #1 Creed fan, but the Demacian Justice just does too much damage with that missing health. That will be Pichimara going down. Jabberwocky going to spawn in 7 seconds, has able to move really fast across the map, but not this fast. That will be the Baron going down for the Troll Kings.
Ooh.
This is looking pretty spicy. If I was the free agents, I don't know. There's not really much that could be changed here.
I think if you're the free agents, you just gotta pray for like the perfect fight. If you can maybe stall out for this Elder Dragon and take it or steal it, there is a world, but ultimately the only way they are going to win these team fights is by controlling this Garen. He has half of their kills for the Troll Kings right here, and he is just getting to stampede through the secret agents every team fight with this Phase Rush, with the tenacity, with this Force of Nature and Hysterics combo. He is practically unstoppable. Has only died 6 times this game, a few more deaths from when he was only 2 deaths in, but still very strong nonetheless. I think if you're the secret agents here, you just have to play as a team, play front to back the best you can, and peel this Garen off of your carries. If you are the carries, you need to be careful for this rocket grab, because the moment you get pulled into the team, you are already in a losing fight.
And Peachy is 25 from 600. Or, I guess, down 50.
Speaking of rocket grab, that will be rocket grab onto Jabberwocky right there. Trying to flash away, but the damage will be too much, and Jabberwocky will go down. That could be a nail in the coffin. We'll have to see if it's the final one. Jabberwocky is extremely strong for this team. I don't think that they can afford to be losing members like that. #1 Creed fan going to sneak away at this bottom inhibitor, getting some trade damage onto Pichimara, getting her down to 75% HP. Fury of the Sands does come out a little preemptively. Silence getting dropped again, but rocket grab onto Downtown, now getting a lot of damage onto him. Going to land the death sentence onto Sketch, not able to do much. Mom coming out, but will not connect with anyone. Sketch going down to about 30% HP, has to run away from the Smolder Execute. That is Requiem coming out, no Thresh Lantern available for the shield. and Thresh will go down. Look at these malignant circles. Holy cow. That's Flash coming out from #1 Creed fan, dropping the Demacian Justice and the Ignite. I don't know if Frozen Bullet will make it to the base. He does make it in time. That's now going to be switching on to the third and final inhib for this red team, and the base is almost fully open. They only have Nexus turrets left to defend. All of the Troll King members are available. They are only behind 10 kills this game, but 5 turrets, so this team needs to be extremely careful. Rocket Grab coming out, but going to just burn the Edge of Night shield, and the Troll Kings will retreat. Happy that they are sitting in a good spot, I would say.
And you know, I'm kind of sad because I really want to see the Troll Kings go down again. You know, but it's looking like it's gonna be their game.
Wash, I have a VOD for you if you want to see that.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's
but in this case, plain and
helped
simple,
me fall asleep.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
However, in this case, plain and simple for the free agents, I don't know if there's other than we just farm off of super minions. I don't think we get this 6K gold lead any closer, and I think we might be close to the end.
Yeah, Requiem does come out, pops the Edge of Night from Jabberwocky right there. Rocket Grab does miss. The Cannon Croker and Shield no longer available. Nethergrass going on to Garen. He will get extremely low, does get the Juggernaut shield, or sorry, the Sterix shield. Jabberwocky getting low as well from that Spiraling Despair, just does so much damage. Way getting these huge damage combos. Peachy Myra just walking into it. Girl, all you gotta do is play safe around your team. They're winning the fight for you. But that will be Jabberwocky extremely low. He does need to be careful, having to play dodgeball on the 2 screens away. Braxy on a very fun and engaging champion for everyone else.
Ooh,
A lot of damage coming out from Frozen Bullet. Braxy having to flash away. A big wave top that the Secret Agents are going to have to defend right here. And now they're going to get ready for the Elder Dragon that is going to be up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, and with Creed Fan up in 18, it's not looking nice.
I'm telling you, my teammate said it himself. All you need as Smolder is for your Nexus to be alive. If your Nexus is alive, you can still win the game. And I think we saw the first real scary glimpse of it right then, when Braxy almost realized how bad he overstepped and almost got taken down by Jabberwocky right there.
Just as you said that,
these are so spammable.
yes. But as you said that, Frozen Bullet, we reached level 18. That's max level for almost everyone on the free agent side. Actually ahead of the Asian and Dizzy Dios.
I think the good thing about this game is, aside from Draven and the supports, nobody's really getting stronger. This will be Elder Dragon just going over to the Troll Kings for free. They will probably look for the Baron as well, just to try to secure this game. I think with how close a lot of these fights have been, that might be a good call for them, despite the completely open base. Meanwhile, the free Secret Agents are just trying to hold on to their base right now. Inhibitors will be up in less than a minute for 2 of them.
I'm curious, can he go in and steal? Can he? Jabberwocky? Jabberwocky, you okay?
No, I don't think he was ready for it. Oh, he just gets the assassination onto... Oh no! What's going to happen? Jabberwocky doesn't have the Emerald Trespass, but the Requiem comes out. That will be the execute from the Elder Dragon going on to Jabberwocky right there. Mouse and Palace doesn't get the hit by the Stanza side, but they will try to trace him down. Now they're going to hit the Rocket Grab onto Peachy Myra, take her down as well. That's the second execute for this Elder Dragon. It is 3v4 on a defense. They're just trying their best to see if they can do anything here. But now, oh my god, Mouse and Palace having to flash away from that Rocket Grab. The Secret Agents are just fighting for their lives right here. They still have Smolder alive. They still have a chance here. They have to make sure they play this safe and smart. Otherwise, it's going to be another win for the Troll Kings. Inhibs are coming back up, and they're going to get knocked right back down. Rocket Grab coming out from DZ Dios, going to go on to downtown, going to get that execute as well. Nether Grab on #1 Creed fan with the sketch Qs, not able to do much more. That will be a Smolder execute. Now on to, oh my gosh, on to Sketch, going to get him low as well, but DZ Dios looking for an opportunity here. That is another execute on to, what is happening?
Oh my
DZ Dios
God,
and the
what's
Asian
this
go
game?
down, quadra kill for Smolder. Now the only person alive is Braxy, and there's not much opportunity, unfortunately, for the Secret Agents to push. They could only really push into the top lane against the supers happening.
When you gave that valiant quote from your teammate about the Nexus being alive and Smolder doing his thing, I wasn't so sure about it, but yeah, I kind of see it now.
Yeah. So, Riot looked at the game and was like, what's weird? There isn't an infinitely scaling ADC. Well, he can fix that. And here we have it, right? Smolder sitting at 438 stacks, which, if I'm doing the math correctly, which I won't do, is big boy damage.
Do we see a 1 hour game? Is
Oh,
there
God, I
a
hope
reality
not.
here?
I really don't. I really don't. Right now, what the free agents need to do, though, in order to turn it into an hour game, vision down. It is looking it's uncomfortably dark in the top lane and in the bottom lane jungle, and it looks like Creed fans going to take advantage of that. Yep, that's it. That's game. That's the end.
Jabberwocky
goes.
getting extremely low. Garen into the back of the base, and that ultimate does so much damage. Spiraling Despair, and now they're just trying to keep them away. They're trying to teleport into the base, but Garen is just going to get this low. The Nexus will go down. Plus 50 gold to #1 Creed fan. The most boring way to win, but GG Troll Kings.
I think they knew if they didn't end there, the next fight they lost would have been the end.
Sedge, don't you dare talk down on the back door as a Yorick main. It's viable.
Oh man, I think based off this game, I really don't know who to call.
We cannot
I
bring
think
in.
with the battle of the supports, because not only was Downtown playing out of his mind, DZ Dios was a menace. So I am gonna make the executive decision to pull up a new player for this team for once, and we are going to welcome DZ Dios to the casting booth.
I
Congratulations
don't know
on your
about
win.
you. Disney was up here
I appreciate it, man.
some
What's
time
up?
ago.
Okay, well, recently new.
But yeah, welcome, Disney Dios. Okay, so I'll ask the first question then.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, what was what script are you using? Like, can you tell me? On the side, and no one else has to know. Like, what script are you using?
Is it the script where I'm missing the hooks, man? Like, honestly, I would miss flash hooks. I would miss hooks that I think they're gonna sidestep. And respectfully, they chose the brave decision to keep going in their paths. So I miss. You know what I mean? So it was very interesting techniques to to try and hit my stuff, man. But hats off to the enemy team for dodging a lot of my hooks. Like, I'm glad that we don't have a hook counter.
I will say this: on their team, there were a lot of very elusive champions, I should say, on their
Mhm.
team. So I can understand your frustration.
I mean, I'm
Well,
not
we're-
frustrated, right? Because I can't be mad at them for playing their champs. I can't be mad at them if they decide to step a certain way. All it comes down to is getting good, hitting my stuff.
Fair.
What were the comms like overall in that game? Because I know practically every fight, even towards the end, was going pretty evenly. A lot of damage coming out from both teams. And I think with the scaling Smolder and also the Blue Cane, those were some pretty big threats for you guys to face into. So how did you guys navigate that with your comms?
I mean, Smolder is such. It's so difficult to close when there's a Smolder in the game, man. It's so hard. And you need to play perfect even if you have a gold lead. And we didn't play perfect. There was a fight near Dragon, I believe it was for Soul, where we were split as a team. And unfortunately, we weren't all in position to take the team fight properly. And I think us not being able to secure Soul at that instant just extended the game out longer for Frozen Bullet, for Smolder to just soak waves, hit his win condition, which he came into with the stacks and whatnot. And the game just became like 100 times harder, especially with Blitz. Like, yes, his hook scales very well into late game, but you have to hit it.
Yeah.
So tell me how
Yeah.
you're gonna hit into Smolder, flap, or Kane, Edge of Night with Q, E, R, terrain scaling, and all of that stuff, man. So I was just sitting there like, I hope y'all can carry me, man.
Well, carry you, they did number one Creed fan 28-8 on the Garen, having a insane start to the game and just being a menace the entire game. There weren't a lot of fights that the secret agents were able to, I would say, more perfectly navigate the team fights, more front to back, get the nether grasp onto Garen and focus him down before switching to the rest. But it also kind of seemed like Garen just kind of used his lead for to be the menace that he was. So was that in anywhere part of the cards, or was Creed fan just being good old corn time?
So obviously we stacked as 5 on the invade, and we were looking. There wasn't much to get. We got I believe Kane Flash in the beginning, but nothing after that. And what happened was that Pichimara Nasus, I believe, stayed just too long, and I'm pretty sure she missed a large portion of the early minion wave. So that gave Korn a huge amount of prio topside, and that eventually led to the dive. Once that happened, I knew, okay, switch on. I don't have to worry about topside anymore. I can just play mid bot, right? So he did his thing. He held it down. And his plan coming into mid game and late game, as far as we discussed it, was so that he can get on the map and not play split, because we can't match their engage. Like, you have Thresh, you have Blue Cane. We're not able to match that, in my opinion. Unless we're hovering literally right there, we can't match that speed of engage. So I wanted him to instead bounce waves out, and we can look for picks off my hook.
Any other questions going on here?
Yeah, any from you, Tony?
Absolutely
Tony, how
not.
about-
Absolutely not. Watching a good Blitzcrank is fantastic, and you guys asked pretty much the same questions I was thinking. Fantastic job on getting those picks and setting up for the team to get those wipes in the mid game. Absolutely set you guys ahead where you wanted to be, and could not have been more entertaining. So thank you for your performance.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks to production, to the casters, and hats off to the free agents, man. Y'all made it really hard to close, man. We had Elder, we had like 2 Barons, we had Soul, and y'all did not want to give us the win. So respect. Thank you for the game.
Yeah, it was a very close game. But with that being said, we're going to take a very short break while we set up the next game. Don't go too far. Make sure you read those bedtime kiddos. Remember, it's a school night, so they got to be put away. And then we'll see you right back here very shortly.